The A330 family has three independent hydraulic systems: green, blue, and yellow. Now let's look at the systems in more detail. Let's first have a look at the green system. This system is pressurized by two engine-driven pumps. One is powered by engine 1 and the other by engine 2. The two other systems, blue and yellow, are each pressurized by one engine-driven pump. The blue one is powered by engine 1 and the yellow one is powered by engine 2. Fire shutoff valves are located between the reservoirs and each engine-driven pump. They are manually closed using the fire push-button switches. Refer to the fire chapter. Note: the green fire shutoff valves can also close automatically. It will be described in the second abnormal operation module. Electric pumps can also pressurize each system. They are used in abnormal operations to aid the retraction of the hydraulically actuated equipment. Note: the yellow electric pump is also normally used for the cargo doors operation. In an emergency, the green system can be pressurized by the ram air turbine, RAT. Each hydraulic system delivers a constant pressure to the users. The system is monitored by an Hydraulic System Monitoring Unit, HSMU. All the components we have talked about are displayed on the ECAM hydraulic page. Let's briefly review the basic system using the ECAM hydraulic page. The reservoirs, the fire shutoff valves, the pumps, the ram air turbine, the pressure indications, the controls for the components that we have introduced are located on the overhead hydraulic control panel. Let's now go to the ECAM hydraulic page together with the hydraulic control panel. The hydraulic system is fully automatic. However, each pump has an associated push-button switch for abnormal operation. Each hydraulic engine pump is controlled by a push-button switch located on the overhead panel. The hydraulic electrical pumps are controlled by two push-button switches each. The RAT may be extended manually by using this guarded push-button switch. Let's look at the things that you need to know about the hydraulic system during normal operation. The hydraulic system is fully automatic during normal operation. We will show you examples of this automation while teaching you what you need to know about the system. One of the things we do during the cockpit preparation is to look at the ECAM hydraulic page to verify the fluid level. Select the ECAM hydraulic page on the ECAM control panel. The hydraulic fluid quantity information is displayed, as shown by the arrows, at the bottom of the hydraulic page. The green rectangles represent the normal filling range. The filling level indicators show the actual fluid level. You can see that the actual fluid level is within the normal filling range. The amber rectangles indicate the warning level. The indication changes from green to amber when the fluid level reaches the warning level, as shown here for the blue system. For the green reservoir, the indication changes from one white line into two amber lines when the fluid level reaches an abnormal limit. This limit corresponds to a quantity insufficient for the landing gear extension. Notice that during the initial cockpit preparation, all lights on the hydraulic control panel should be extinguished. Now let's go outside and do the walk-around. During the walk-around, check hydraulic lines and connections. Make sure all hydraulic system access doors are securely closed. Opening and closing of the cargo doors is part of the normal operation. Let's go to the cockpit and see how this is indicated on the ECAM hydraulic page. The door page is automatically displayed at the gate. To see what happens on the ECAM hydraulic page during the cargo door opening procedure, select the hydraulic key on the ECAM control panel. Call the ECAM hydraulic page. Observe on the hydraulic page. The hollow white triangle indicates that the pump is off.
As soon as the cargo selector is operated, the yellow electric pump runs automatically.
Observe on the system page, the yellow hydraulic electric pump triangle has changed from hollow white to solid green, indicating that it is running. The yellow system pressure has increased from 0 amber to 3000 green, providing pressure to operate the doors. The yellow system is not fully pressurized, as indicated by the system identification remaining amber. As soon as the door is fully opened, the yellow electric pump stops. Notice that the yellow electric pump is now hollow white. The pressure has dropped to 0, indicating that the system is totally depressurized. The process will be the same during the cargo door closing. As you already know, during engine start, the engine page is displayed on the system display. Here, for training purposes, the hydraulic page is displayed to see the automatic operations of the hydraulic system during start. But, more importantly, to learn the indications on the ECAM hydraulic page and their meaning. We will start engine number 1 for you. During this sequence, observe the left part of the green system and the blue system, which are powered by engine 1. The green and blue engine-driven pumps change from low amber to inline green to indicate that it is starting to pressurize. Green and blue pressures increase from 0 amber to the normal operating pressure, which is 3000 psi green. Green and blue system identification have changed from amber to white to indicate that the users connected to the green and blue systems are provided with hydraulic pressure. The engine number identification has changed from amber to white to indicate that the engine N1 has reached idle. Let's now start engine 2. All the systems are now pressurized. The start sequence is complete. We are about to take off. For training purposes, let's call the hydraulic page. Select the ECAM hydraulic page on the ECAM control panel. Notice that the indications on the hydraulic page are normal. No abnormal indications. The plane has now taken off. Let's retract the landing gear. Observe a slight increase of the green hydraulic fluid level due to the retraction of the landing gear. This is a demonstration of an in-flight green hydraulic overheat. You are the pilot non-flying. You are in cruise. Everything is normal. Click on the forward arrow to activate the failure. The amber caution and associated procedure are displayed on the engine warning display. The hydraulic ECAM page is automatically presented on the system display. On the engine warning display, read the title of the failure. Observe the amber overheat indication next to the green reservoir on the hydraulic ECAM page. On the hydraulic panel, the green engine 1, green electrical, and green engine 2 pump fault lights are illuminated on the push buttons. These indications provide a cross-check of the ECAM and help to identify the push button involved in the abnormal procedure. The pilot flying will ask you to perform the ECAM action. Perform the first ECAM action. The following indications confirm that the green engine 1 pump has been switched off. The push-button switch white off light is illuminated. On the ECAM hydraulic page, the green engine 1 pump indication has changed from green inline to amber crossline. Continue ECAM actions. The following indications confirm that the green electric pump has been switched off. The push-button switch off light is illuminated. On the ECAM hydraulic page, the green electric pump indication control has changed from hollow white to hollow amber. Continue ECAM actions. The following indications confirm that the green engine 2 pump has been switched off. The push-button switch off light is illuminated. On the ECAM hydraulic page, the green engine 2 pump indication has changed from green inline to amber crossline. Notice the pressure indication is dropping. The corresponding ECAM caution, green system low pressure, is displayed on the engine warning display to indicate that the green system is no longer pressurized. The abnormal is boxed to indicate that this is a primary failure with associated secondary failures. At the same time, on the system display, the green system pressure changes from green to amber to indicate that the green system is no longer pressurized. As a result, the green system indication changes from white to amber, indicating the loss of green system pressure. The green system pressure continues to drop until 0 is reached. The abnormal procedure is complete. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear hydraulic. The ECAM wheel page is displayed automatically. Nose wheel steering, auto and normal brakes, and spoilers are inoperative due to the failure of the green hydraulic system. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear wheel. The ECAM flight control page is automatically displayed for review. On the ECAM flight control page, you can see secondary effects of the hydraulic failure. For example, some spoilers are affected by the green system failure. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear flight control. The status page is displayed, showing approach procedures, inoperative systems, and aircraft information. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear status. ECAM actions are completed, and the status reminder is displayed on the engine warning display. During the approach briefing, you will call the status page manually to review the approach procedure. Call status. Notice that the approach procedure gives two possibilities. Check the overhead panel and observe that the fault lights are extinguished, indicating that the green reservoir overheat is no longer present. Perform the appropriate procedure. Continue applying. The green hydraulic system is restored. The status page shows normal for a few seconds. The green hydraulic system is restored. The status page shows normal for a few seconds. Continue applying the procedure. The green hydraulic system is restored. The status page shows normal for a few seconds. Then the ECAM system display automatically reverts to the cruise page. Let's look briefly at another reservoir problem which can result in a similar situation. The failure is indicated by hydraulic blue reservoir low air pressure on the engine warning display and the display of the amber low air pressure message next to the affected reservoir. Notice this procedure and the indications are similar to those in the previous example, green reservoir overheat. With this malfunction, it may also be possible to recover the system applying the approach procedure. We will assume that the ECAM actions are complete. This is a demonstration of an in-flight yellow reservoir low level. You are the pilot non-flying. You are in cruise. Everything is normal. Click on the forward arrow to activate the failure. Read the title of the failure. The hydraulic ECAM page is automatically presented on the system display. On the hydraulic panel, the yellow engine 2 and yellow electric pump faults are illuminated on the push-button switch. Notice that the reservoir level indicator has changed to amber because the contents are below the warning level. The pilot flying will ask you to perform the ECAM action. Perform the first ECAM action. On the ECAM hydraulic page, yellow engine 2 pump has changed from green inline to amber crossline. Notice the yellow pressure indication is dropping and the indications become amber. The corresponding ECAM caution, yellow system low pressure, is displayed on the engine warning display to indicate that the yellow system is no longer pressurized. On the last line of the engine warning display, the abnormal is boxed to indicate that this is a primary failure with associated secondary failures. Continue ECAM actions. On the ECAM hydraulic page, the yellow electric pump indicator has changed from hollow white to hollow amber. The abnormal procedure is complete. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear hydraulic. The ECAM flight control page is automatically displayed for review. On the ECAM flight control page, you can see secondary effects of the hydraulic failure. For example, some spoilers are affected by the yellow system failure. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear flight control. Now the status is displayed for review. Clear status. ECAM action is completed and the status reminder is displayed on the engine warning display. Let's now look at a green system failure. There is a leak on the green system. On the engine warning display, you can read the title of the corresponding failure. The green leak provoked the green reservoir low level. As soon as the green low level is detected, both fire shutoff valves close automatically. It enables the isolation of a possible leak in the engine mast. Note: the closure of the green fire shutoff valves is automatic only after the detection of a green reservoir low level. The blue and yellow fire shutoff valves never close automatically. The green system is lost, but it can be restored thanks to the rat in the event of a further blue or yellow low level. We will assume that the ECAM actions will be completed. This is a demonstration of an in-flight yellow engine pump low pressure. You are the pilot non-flying. You are in cruise. Everything is normal. Click on the forward arrow to activate the failure. The title of the failure and the associated procedure are displayed on the engine warning display. The hydraulic ECAM page is automatically presented on the system display. On the hydraulic panel, the yellow engine 2 pump fault light is illuminated on the push button switch. The pilot flying will ask you to perform the ECAM action. Perform the ECAM action. On the ECAM page, the yellow engine 2 pump has changed from green in-line to amber cross-line. On the panel, the yellow engine 2 pump off light is illuminated, indicating that engine 2 no longer provides power to the yellow system. Note: the electrical pump could not replace the engine-driven pump because of its low flow. Notice the yellow pressure is dropping and the indications become amber. The corresponding ECAM caution, yellow system low pressure, is displayed on the engine warning display to indicate that the yellow system is no longer pressurized. The abnormal is boxed to indicate that this is a primary failure with associated secondary failures. The abnormal procedure is complete. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear hydraulic. The ECAM flight control page is automatically displayed for review. On the ECAM flight control page, you can see the secondary effects of the hydraulic failure. For example, some spoilers are affected by the yellow system failure. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear flight control. Now the status is displayed for review. Clear status. ECAM action is completed, and the status reminder is displayed on the engine warning display. Let's look at problems concerning the rat. On ground, the rat mustn't be deployed. In this case, a message is displayed on the engine warning display. On the ECAM page, the rat indication and the arrow become amber to indicate that this is an abnormal utilization. Notice that during flight, you can't be alerted of a problem with the rat. No procedure is required by the crew, other than stowing the rat by maintenance personnel. In flight, the rat extends automatically in case of dual engine failure or green and blue or green and yellow low level. You will see this in more detail in the simulator. We will now study a double hydraulic failure of the blue and yellow systems. The blue system will fail first. Let's assume you are the pilot non-flying. You are in cruise and everything is normal. Click on the forward arrow to activate the failure. Read the title of the failures. The hydraulic ECAM page is automatically presented on the system display. You can see that the pressure has dropped to 0 and the blue system is displayed in amber. On the hydraulic panel, the blue engine 1 fault light is illuminated. You can see that all the blue system is affected. On the engine warning display, the blue system problem is boxed to indicate that this is a primary failure with associated secondary failures. Note, the blue electrical pump is not designed to replace the blue engine pump, and so this pump cannot restore the system. Its particular use will be seen at the end of this module. Perform the first ECAM action. The blue engine 1 pump is now switched off. You can see it because the push-button switch white off light is illuminated. On the ECAM hydraulic page, the blue engine 1 pump has changed from the low indication to an amber cross line. The step on the engine warning display has been cleared. The abnormal procedure is complete. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear hydraulic. The first failure on the engine warning display has been cleared, but the hydraulic page is still displayed. Subsequent actions and indications for this failure are similar to those already seen. We will assume the procedure is complete. Let's jump now to the second part of the double hydraulic failure. On the engine warning display, the original failure is displayed in red and boxed because of the importance of the loss of 2 hydraulic systems. This primary failure has an impact on the flight control. Star Flight Control shows it on the right part of the engine warning display. In red, the last line informs you that the impact of the failure is severe. The autopilot is off. You must now control the aircraft manually. On the engine warning display, the original failure is displayed in red and boxed because of the importance of the loss of 2 hydraulic systems. This primary failure has an impact on the flight control. Star Flight Control shows it on the right part of the engine warning display. In red, the last line informs you that the impact of the failure is severe. The autopilot is off. You must now control the aircraft manually. The failure is so important that you must land as soon as possible. You are informed of this recommendation on the first line on the right memo, where Land ASAP is displayed in red. The green overflow arrow indicates that the list of faults is too long to be fully displayed on the engine warning display. There is an additional fault not yet displayed which concerns the flight control system, as shown by the flight control message on the right memo. The hydraulic ECAM page is automatically presented on the system display. On this page, you can see that the blue engine 1 pump is off because you switched it off, and the yellow pump is in low pressure. On the hydraulic panel, the yellow engine 2 fault is illuminated and the blue engine 1 pump is still off. Perform the ECAM action. The 2 systems, blue and yellow, are now off. On the hydraulic panel, the blue and yellow push-button switch white off lights are illuminated. On the ECAM page, the corresponding engine pumps display an amber cross line. On the engine warning display, the remaining failure is now displayed, and so the indication Flight Control on the right part has been removed. Continue to perform the ECAM action. The yellow electric pump is now off. On the panel, the yellow push-button switch white off light is illuminated. On the ECAM page, the corresponding electric pump is displayed in amber. To display the remaining of the engine warning display page, and after review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear hydraulic. The hydraulic page is replaced by the cruise page. On the engine warning display, the title of the original failure and the information concerning it is cleared. The auto flight failure is still displayed. Clear this second failure. The last failure is still displayed. To clear it, we're going to press the clear key for you. On the engine warning display, the title of the failure has been cleared. On the ECAM flight control page, you can see secondary effects of the hydraulic failure. For example, some spoilers are affected by the failure of the blue and yellow systems. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear flight control. The status page is displayed, showing inoperative systems, and aircraft information. A green overflow arrow is displayed at the bottom of the page, informing you that the list is not complete. To read the other information, we are going to clear status for you. The additional is displayed now, and the green overflow arrow has been removed. Notice that the inoperative from the previous screen remain displayed. These are analyzed after study of the information section. Note, if you wish to recall the previous status screen, this can be done by pressing Status key. To obtain the cruise page, continue to Clear Status. No, press Clear key. ECAM actions are completed, and the status reminder is displayed on the engine warning display. Many failures have been seen through these 4 abnormal modules, but not one required the use of an electrical pump. We cannot complete our failures without talking about the particular use of the electrical pumps. The electric pumps are not designed for continuous use, nor are they designed to replace the corresponding engine pumps when failed. But each one has a temporary and particular function. If the 3 pumps can be activated manually, only the green and yellow can also have an automatic activation. For the green system, the electric pump runs automatically for approximately 25 seconds to assist with gear retraction following an engine failure. Otherwise, this electric pump can be manually controlled for the retraction of the green actuated surfaces in case of loss of both engine-driven pumps. The blue electric pump is manually controlled for the retraction of the blue actuated surfaces in case of loss of the blue engine-driven pump. The yellow electric pump starts automatically after an engine 2 failure for assisting with flap retraction, provided the green electric pump is not running. Contrary to the green electric pump, the yellow electric pump will have to be switched off after the retraction, pressing the on illuminated push button switch. The function of the push-button switches of the hydraulic panel has now been seen. You are now able to interpret the meaning of any light displayed and to follow the procedures required by the different failures.